Hey, everybody, and welcome to Travel Talk. I just have photos from my trip going in the background. They have not been edited, so who knows what we'll see. But I looked through, there wasn't anything inappropriate.
Oh no.
Oh, but it does the noise. How do I make it be quiet?
Oh, I don't know. I can't hear it.
Oh, you couldn't hear it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Maybe I can only hear it from my computer. Anyways, that was the talking fountain. So, talking again. I just wanted to kind of go over, oh my goodness, videos. I just wanted to go over my trip to Universal, Florida. I had never been there before, so I learned some stuff, and we did a training, so I can kind of talk about what updates they have going on there, and then kind of just talk about travel options in the USA. Vijal said she had something she had worked on, or
Yeah, I'm going to cover it for her since she's been pulled away. She's working another trip for us while she's waiting for the repair guy to show up. But yeah, it was a really cool find that we found. We had some clients that wanted something very specific, and it came over like we found it. It's a little boutique hotel in Hawaii, all inclusive. It's really something we didn't know existed.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Okay, well, I'll start off then, is why we have the pictures going. So I went to a conference I guess it wasn't last week, it was the week before it started. And it was down in Orlando at Universal. And I hadn't been there prior. Family travel isn't really my major focus. So
Yeah.
I have been to most of the places in California, but I have not been to Disney World still, and this was my first time at Universal. It was pretty much business as usual there. You would probably not have known that COVID existed unless you saw occasionally people with masks, but there was no social distancing or anything like that. You didn't have to show your proof of vaccination or any of that stuff. So depending, however you feel is fine, but just so people know, it's very much just business as usual there. It was very crowded. The hotels were all full. Universal said their numbers are pretty much back to like almost normal. Like I even wanted to do a late checkout, and they were like, "No, sorry, you can't do a late checkout because we're full."
We have people coming in, which is great.
Yeah. There were a couple things that I learned. First of all, if you stay, I was drinking hard cider in Dr. Seuss Land. I thought that was funny. if
you can't do that at Disneyland.
If you don't mind paying, $10 for one, you can definitely walk around with it at the bar. It's open container. But let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, if you are staying at the resort, there are definitely reasons to stay at the resort. I found out, especially if you stay at the 3 top premium properties, because you get the express pass. Is that what they call it there? The express pass included. And that is a huge deal. There were lines for some of the Harry Potter rides and the Jurassic Park rides the queue was well over 100 minutes.
Yeah.
So the express pass is very nice to have. Personally, this is what I'm kind of frugal. So when I go down and take my kids, I think what I'll do is stay maybe one day in those properties, because you get the day you arrive and the next day you get the express pass. You only have to stay one night.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
And then stay probably somewhere else. In the next 2 nights or whatever, just because it's expensive. Like
it is.
I stayed in Cabana Bay, which to me was not anything special, and it was pretty expensive, even with a group rate. So
it is. They up those prices for sure. So
and if you drive, holy moly, parking. Our parking was included in the thing, but I got to see one day, like when I was going to check out, even though we had because it was at the conference, it was $40 for a day of parking in the parking garage at so if you're driving down, know that parking is going to be really expensive. If you want to eat at any of the restaurants, you definitely have to get reservations as soon as you arrive. They fill up really fast. So they have a lot of really popular restaurants.
Look at that. So packed. Look at that.
Yeah. That was, and Mardi Gras was going on right now. So they do have that going on. And the cool thing about Mardi Gras is they had a whole bunch of really good concerts, and those are included in the price of your ticket. So they had lots going on. I think it was it Hootie and the Blowfish? I think it might have been Hootie and the, I might be getting that wrong. It might be the one that I always mistake with Hootie and the Blowfish. Anyways, it was one of those bands kind of like that. Bare Naked. It was Bare Naked Ladies, I think. Yeah. I always get those two mixed up. I think it might have been Bare Naked Ladies was performing when we were there. We weren't allowed to go to the concert because our tickets didn't include that because they were comped as part of the conference. But let's see. Oh, so get your reservations in early for the restaurants if you want to go to any of them. And also single rider. If you don't care about sitting next to your significant other or family member, that's the best. If you don't have the express pass, you could do the single rider and get into everything fast. We got on the Velociraptor like in 20 minutes. And we the single rider line was closed the first time, so we waited like over an hour to get on it the first time, and then the second time we just ran and got in the single rider line because it was open and got back in. It might have been even shorter. I think it might have been like less than 10 minutes we were back on it, so that works well. Let me see what else.
Those are cool costumes.
Oh yeah, there's the concert. You can't really see the pictures very well, but yeah, it was a really cool place. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the roller coasters. Terry and I rode as many as we can. We missed a few of them, like we missed the big red one in the actual Universal Studios Florida, and we didn't get to do the water one because it was closed down at Jurassic Park. But it was pretty fun. Definitely, we went to Cowfish, which I don't know. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's from Charlotte. I actually ate at the original one in Charlotte, and I didn't know they had them anywhere else. Just like we got Voodoo Doughnuts too. Voodoo Doughnuts is from Oregon, Portland, Oregon. So I was really surprised to see that. And the line for Voodoo Doughnuts was really long, but you could do a order on the app and just do a mobile pickup, and that was really quick.
But they're worth the line because we lived in Oregon too, so it's worth it. The nostalgia.
I had never had them before, and I got them, and they were pretty good. It's funny though. I brought them as a gift to my brother and his wife, and they don't really like donuts. So then I froze them and brought the rest home to Toria, and they've been eating them because I got like the dozen, like the sampler dozen. So because I was like, I don't even know what's good. Those were our very, very expensive grilled cheese sandwiches that we got at one of the restaurants. The price is like, be ready. Like another thing, bring lots of snacks, bring bottled waters, or a thing of water, and reusable water bottles would be better than all those bottles. But
the Brita with the filter, so you can just fill them up.
Yeah, and you're reusable because everything is just so expensive. So any ways you can save money, definitely. Like if you can just bring granola bars and stuff to give the kids at the park, so you're not having to get all the meals, and like if you want some drinks, you can bring them back into your hotel in the mini fridge, so you're not having to pay $10 per hard cider.
Exactly.
So anyways, okay, I'm going to turn off the thing here, and then you can go ahead and tell us what you want to tell us.
All right. Well, we had some clients contact us, and they love their kids, but they want time away from kids while the kids are away on spring break with their grandparents. So they tasked us with, because their passport was going to expire too soon to let them go out of country. And so they tasked us with finding something all inclusive, no kids in the United States or Hawaii, like being, outside the flight time that they wanted. So we dug and dug and dug, and we looked at cruises. We looked into Florida. We were looking everywhere, and everything we sent them, it just wasn't what they were like envisioning for their time together, just to reconnect as a couple. So we finally found this really cool boutique hotel, the Sensei by Four Seasons. I've never heard of it, and Vigil hadn't either. So we kind of started digging, and you have to be 16 and older to stay there, which kind of hit their parameters of, no kids. and, and then, but it's been voted the best resort in Hawaii by Condé Nast Traveler. And the room rates, get this, include flights from Honolulu to their private little island of Lanai.
Oh.
So they'll pick you up in their little private jet and take you back to their hotel. And so it's an experience. It's more about the experience than it is staying in a hotel. They really want you to just kind of decompress while you're there. It's 20 minutes away from the beach, but they can transport you there, which is also to their private sister property. So there's another Four Seasons there. Wow. So it's just really a cool little boutique property and they were over the moon with it. They were so excited to book this because they only have a few nights together before they have to get back to their kids, and they just wanted time to reconnect. Doesn't it look really cool?
Mm-hmm.
It was a great
beautiful. I'm ready to head over there.
But it's just like they don't want you to want for anything. They want you there to relax. They want you just to kind of just breathe. And so it was just a really great find. We were excited to be able to bring that for them. And, in a 2-week notice, we get them on a plane and they get to go and enjoy their spring break from their kids and then get back to work when they come home. So it's a lovely property. They were great to work with, very receptive and answering all of our questions and making sure that the clients had everything they needed. So yeah, I want to go now.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
It does. But it's fun when they ask you to really think outside of the box, to find little things like this, to find a gem like this. So it's really fun to be able to dig in and figure out something new. So it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it looks really, really nice. And that's great. So
yeah, I feel relaxed watching it, but they're super excited. We're excited to hear from them. They're going to send some photos, and touch base with us, but they have the best customer service, best ratings. And it's huge to be on the Condé Nast Traveler, voted one of the best. It's huge. So it was great. It was a great find. And so we were super excited with that. And
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just really want to go.
Yeah. So I don't know, with the world the way it is right now, I don't know how people are feeling. I think me personally this summer, I would stay a little bit closer to home. But
right.
I mean, all of our suppliers obviously are going to do their best to keep people safe, and they're going to alter their, river cruises that might have gone places that are more dangerous. Are going to alter the course. They're going to change where they're going. Everything the world has always been crazy. I mean, since the beginning of humankind, as soon as we showed up, and even before then probably. But so the tourism industry is very well acquainted with how to deal with war and unrest and all of those things. They're not going to put anybody in harm's way. So people should feel confident in all of that. I mean, there's still some hurdles, obviously, with COVID. Things are changing daily with that, and you have to look it up. And then now things will be changing with what's going on in the Ukraine. But there's still a lot of great European options. I know Egypt's been pushing their destinations again. Of course, there's also Africa, safaris. There's Australia. I mean, there's so many options in the world that are still available. But I do understand when people get nervous about those things. So that's why I kind of want to talk about the USA and, kind of things that people can think about. And even here, in South America, Central America, Costa Rica is relaxing their stuff. And that's been a huge destination for a while now, and it's only growing. So that's a good option. Of course, there's the Caribbean still and all of those places. But have you heard anything about national parks? What's going on with the national parks this summer?
I haven't seen anything. I mean, we've been watching some of our tours. I've been looking at for a client, they wanted to do Antelope Canyon and into Grand Canyon here in the Arizona area. Nothing's changed. We're still needing to get permits to go in. It's always been like that since the start of COVID, just because they try to limit. And people don't realize a lot of these are on areas that, don't have the health services readily available to them, but people are booking. They still want to go. I know we had some family go into Yellowstone and had no trouble getting in and out and around last summer when we were in the middle of it. But with all of that said, I think this week we've been having, or last week, a big conversation about travel protection, just to safeguard, that extra little bit to make you feel safe if, anything happens. I had about a month ago, a honeymoon couple that was tested positive the day before they were going to leave, but they had the insurance, and they made sure that they could, push that trip to May, and they were able to go. So they were safeguarded. So a lot of places, like you said, Costa Rica, into the Caribbean, they are, requiring the insurance to come in just to help alleviate any monetary issues on their end if you did need to have medical attention. But it also is a great way to tell yourself this is an extension of this is your medical insurance while you're out of country too, kind of safeguard you and make you just have that little bit more of a safe, breathing room when you go. So we've been talking a lot of destinations and what insurance requirements they have. So
yeah. And one thing too, I think is important for people to know, like, just because like the airlines or the cruise line or anything have like really flexible policies, which they're actually changing them like pretty quickly, but they did last year. A lot of them had really flexible policies, and most of them are ending those flexible policies. So I think some travelers got used to like, oh, my flights, I can change them, or whatever. But now you really need to have that insurance, because if things go wrong, there's really probably not going to be those flexible changes coming. Like here, I mean, like I said, they're ending like right now, most of them are, and they're not extending them. So without insurance, your flights are back to like non-refundable, unless you pay the extra for a refundable. But at that point, you might as well get the insurance and cover your whole trip.
Right. So. Exactly. So it's just been, kind of just a learning curve for a lot of the clients who used to never purchase it, but now they really are finding it to be just like a, little cushion for them to understand that if anything goes wrong, they have the insurance, they know what it covers, and they can enact it if they have to. So it's great. So it's been a learning curve for all of us, especially with it changing with COVID and what every country is asking you to bring in. We just have to make sure, that you're covered and taken care of. And that's why we're here, to guide you through all of it. But that's been just a learning curve for everyone. So, but it's good to have.
And so, I mean, and for other options too, like the cruises are still kicking along in the Caribbean. Most of them are getting all of their inventory sailing again. I think they either have them already sailing, or they're going to, by the end of the year, have the rest of their ships sailing. Pretty much all the training I got, all the specialty, like, I can never say Ponant. The specialty like expedition cruises, they're all going. So there's a lot of options in the cruise world. And then of course, good old Mexico is still consistently, if you want to go someplace out of the United States and you don't want to have to worry about any of the things, just go to Mexico. If you just have your passport can travel, they'll take you. They don't care. They don't care what you think or what you have or
exactly
what you can pay for that reservation. They'll
take you.
Gladly welcome you.
But like you said, though, they're kicking again. And like I just booked a Mexico cruise this morning, just before this happened. But Royal Caribbean said that they're extending their Caribbean cruises again, which is great. So more ports are opening up, like you said. So everyone likes to unpack once and just enjoy island hopping, just an easy breezy, little travel way to get to see all of the islands. So that's great to see those are hopping along. But Mexico, they'll take you. They want you. They want you to come and have some fun.
And there's a lot of new resorts that have been opening up. And so there's a lot of I know Puerto Vallarta has gotten some new options, and some of the ones that have been around have been remodeled, and so it's definitely trying to compete, because Puerto Vallarta was kind of like, I don't know, it wouldn't get as much love as Cabo, I think, on the West Coast a lot, and so they're trying to be a little bit more competitive. It is a little bit different vibe too, because Cabo is more for going and doing, not, I mean, you can go on the beach, but it's not really for
it's not swimmable.
So that's hanging out at the resorts, doing the pool, doing the downtown Cabo, which is really fun, going and doing stuff there. And they have a lot of boutique shopping there, like the more expensive, Coach, and I don't know. I saw like an Indian motorcycle store there, I think, when I was there. Really good dining. There's some fabulous restaurants in the area there. Like there's this one bar that you can go to, restaurants, pretty expensive, but it's beautiful. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's like Mona Lisa Sunset, I think it's called. I'm looking. Let's see if we did an event there. Mona Lisa Sunset. So if you're in Cabo, I highly recommend, or Sunset Mona Lisa, that's what they call it, Sunset Mona Lisa. I highly recommend going there. Let me see if I can show a picture. So pretty. Like, I have some pictures of my own too. Let's see. Oh, it's TripAdvisor. I don't know if I want to show them. But anyways, it's really pretty, and the sunsets there are just like amazing. Like, you just, let's see. Let me see if I can share my screen again. See, I'm still learning how to do this.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, that is such a pretty, I really like, the things I like about Cabo are just, it's really pretty. Like you guys are in the desert, so it's not, it's like, but when you don't live in the desert, it's just like a beauty that's just so unique. It's kind of like Aruba too. Like you get that different from the colors, like the sunsets and stuff like that, to seem more
cotton candy. Yeah, they're pretty.
So that's a really fun place to go. And then so you're looking at like downtown Cabo, you can tell there, and like the arches and stuff like that are over here. But that's a really nice place to go. Anywho, okay, so I think that's all I have. I can't think of anything else. I just wanted to cover the Universal stuff. Oh, I didn't tell. So they're opening a 4th theme park in the future.
Oh, yeah?
They're going to be opening one, and it's based on, oh shoot, what was the theme of it? I think it was like Nintendo.
Oh,
Nintendo
cool.
Themed.
That'll be a big draw.
Okay. And Volcano Bay was really, I don't know if you've been to there, but that was really awesome. They had some really good water slides. And then that their Taku, the wristband that you wear, like, so you could like just get in line for the rides and not have to actually stand in line. That was really cool too. Yeah. So you could just go eat. Like Terry and I, we went and did like the top ride, which it was okay. It was like a roller coaster water slide. Like, I mean, it was okay, but the wait for it was 138 minutes or something like that when we first got in. So we went and did our Taku, and then we went and had lunch and, just hung out, and then it was time to do the rides. So that was really fun. We didn't have the time to ride all the rides just because we were doing class. So we would only get like a certain percentage of the day to go out and actually be in the parks. But the time we did have, it was fun. We went on quite a few of the rides, and they're fun. Big, raft ones where like 5 people on them, and some of the biggest like tubes I've ever seen. It's like so yeah, that was definitely fun. I enjoyed Universal, and hopefully one of these days I'll get down and do Disney, and then I can say. But I think there are people that, I mean, I would do both because I like everything, but there's definitely Disney people and Universal people. People are very like, totally I've noticed this. Yeah,
totally different. Yeah.
When I talk to people, they're like, they're very into either Disney or like some people are like, I only go to Universal, or I only go to Disney. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
totally different personalities.
So, but so any, like, for the audience, like anything you guys want us to discuss, please let us know. I haven't seen any comment, like people saying anything yet, but
any destinations, anything,
any travel stuff that you want to know about. And then I'm going to start trying to work on getting some like reps from resorts and all that kind of stuff, and have like do some interview type things too. I think that'll be good. And one thing that I want to work on this year, so just keep up, like, is starting next year, I want to start doing some group travel that will be hosted by one of us. Like, so that way people who want to travel but are necessarily like kind of afraid to go on their own, or they haven't traveled much and they would just feel more safe having like somebody who knows the roads and has traveled a lot and all of that, and who's just fun to travel with, because we're all fun, so
We are.
I definitely want to get some of those offerings on. So I'm going to start looking and see a lot of the vendors that I did training for. Like, they have some really awesome products that I think we would enjoy and our group would enjoy. So I will post more information about that as soon as I have it. And that's all for me.
Vigel and I are going Thursday to do training with Avanti and a bunch of others. So we'll come back with what they're starting for 2023. They said they're going to have a lot of new tours and new like places to visit. So it'll be fun to see and kind of show what they have. So I'll get all that together as well for next Tuesday.
Yeah, let me know, and then we can definitely make the theme around what you guys find out and talk about all that. So that sounds good.
All right.
Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.